Okay. Wow, this is from 2018, by the way. I started reading hat. You just want me to wear a hat off camera? Is that what you're telling me? Yes, okay, fine. For your amusement. For your amusement and only for your amusement. I will wear a hat. Oh, let's see. I feel like I haven't been an astronaut in a while, so let's become an astronaut, shall we? One astronaut. Ugh. There, we're one astronaut. Ugh. I'll take a picture with me with the hat on and post it in the Discord later. I'm not going to be able to hear anything now, though, because of the way this works. Ugh. Not that I guess I don't hear things most of the time. Just because we can't see you doesn't mean your head isn't cold. Fair. Okay. I think technically this counts. This way I can have my headphones on and technically I'm wearing a hat. Especially, I did just cut my hair, so my hair is like... My head is like extra chilly, right? Alright. Just normal's fine. We're not trying to set the world on fire here. Extra nude head. Well, I just gave it, you know, like a... It's a nice... What do you call that? Not a Brazilian. It's a very trimmed look. I just went right over that nice trim look. That man is having an issue. Oh, they're all having lighting issues right now. I guess the clouds are flickering the sun very, very violently. Am I in charge of one of these people? No, this is cutscene. Oh, it's a hospital. We have awakened. Well, look who finally decided to join us. Is that woman shaking, or was that the wind? I think it's the lighting or something. For some reason, they are like... The wind is blowing violently at all times, even indoors. About time you opened those eyes. For 2 days, I've been wondering what color they would be. This whole line of dialogue already is fantastic. Where am I? Green. Thought so. The General Hospital, sweetheart. Don't you worry. I'll get the doctor and he'll fix you right up. Pretty sure the fixing should be done. I think you just need at this point for him to regain consciousness. And your nurse somebody and not look at their eyes. Well, he's been unconscious for 2 days. So they haven't bothered to try to open his eyes and look inside yet. Doctor? Ugh, my mind. I can't. That is one of the first things you do. Not back in the 1920s. That's a doctor? That looks like like a grandpa. Ah, the man lives. How's the head? Aching and confused. What happened? Why am I here? That's not for me to say. Police Inspector DeVault will explain. He's on his way. And by on his way, I mean he's right outside the door waiting to come in here. Head wound and don't check the eyes. Fire that grandfather. Mr. Fawcett. Fawcett? Good morning. Yeah, the head wound. Has a head wound and critical brain injury. Don't check the eyeballs. Is it? Please, Inspector, call me Jules. Jules Fawcett. Mr. Fawcett, I'm Police Inspector Marcel DeVault. I'm in charge of your case. That sounds ominous. Merely stating the facts. Now, do you remember anything of what happened? Any details as to why you're here? I'm sorry. It's all... According to the investigation, you, your sister, and your friends were all found on Naval's islet? Yes, Darn! Before I provide any further information from our sources, I'd like you to think back. What can you remember? Every detail is helpful. I can't. I wish there was... I'm still confused. I feel as though I'm squeezing my memory like an orange and only nothing's coming out. And perhaps you should try peeling it instead, Mr. Forrest. This is important. You must try to remember. Yes, you're right. Perhaps I need to try a different approach. Why are there so many rocks up on the roof? Who keeps throwing rocks up there? Now, is that supposed to be a reflection in those windows, or are those windows supposed to be broken? I'm assuming they're meant to be broken, but it also kind of looks like it's just kind of reflecting in the corners or something. What a waste of time. I don't even know why we came here. Are you supposed to store rocks? Well, the ground's a good spot. Come on, you weren't even the least bit curious? Curious, yes, and now disappointed. Well, you know what brought us? Jules, I don't believe any of his sister's nonsense, Tristan. It did make a compelling story, though. Come on, the sun is setting and the weather is turning. Let's get off this stupid rock. Couldn't agree more, Bryce. Never a good idea to sail at night on a raging sea. Random cat? Honestly, it's fine, Jules. You keep saying that, but... Look, I'm sorry for wasting your time. You know how my sister gets sometimes. Jules, you shouldn't be so hard on her. And besides, at least we went on a beautiful boat ride. I suppose you're right. Diane? Diane? I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Or is it Dion? Dion? Like Celine Dion? Is that Dion? We should go. I don't like the look of those clouds. Wait. What? Something strange. Felice is still inside. I thought she was right behind me. Don't worry, she must still be collecting her things. You should go back and look for her. Something feels off. I'll wait at the pier with Bryce and Tristan and tell them you're coming. Okay, whatever you say, Captain. Ha, be quick, okay? Let's go, Rory. Come here, boy. That's a dog? That's definitely a cat. She definitely brought her cat with them. I can't pet the cat. This is a cutscene. Hey, Felicia, wait. Where are you going? Everyone's waiting for us on the pier. It's getting dark and... Felice? Oh! Oh, we're down. This is exactly why you were character built last module. I can't... Okay, last time was my fault. This time I couldn't do anything. Ugh. What happened? It's dark. Darn, is it night already? I must have been blacked out for a while. Felice, I have to find her. Wasn't there an alchemical lamp on the boat? I should go back to the pier. Okay, now I'm in control of stuff, so I can actually do stuff. Now we're using the arrows to move and stuff. I don't know what the interact button is. Hold on. Let's see, the keyboard configurations. Okay, arrows. Confirm and examine is X. Cancel/run is C. Lamp is V. Okay. Inventory is space. It's a kind of an interesting layout for the buttons. Okay. So here's our normal movement. And there's our run. It's very dark. Yeah? Is it? I need some light. I need some light. Wings and claws. It's a little figure of a reptile made of marble. Oh, the cat's still here. I wonder what Diane... yeah, I want to say Diane, but it's Dion. Dion's cat is doing here. Rory, what are you doing here? Did you get lost? Yeah, they said the boat was down at the pier, and I assume this path leads to the pier. Are we just gonna find our friends, like, dead? Okay, where is the pier? Okay, it sounds like he does have a stamina bar. Just an invisible one. What? How strange. I can't see my friends anywhere. I wonder where they are. Alchemical lamp. Why? It's just an oil lamp. What do you mean alchemical? What? What's alchemical about it? Okay, invisible wall. Okay, it's a pretty standard spooky island. I do like that there's different sound effects for the different kinds of dirt you're walking on. So this is like a softer sand. And this is a little bit drier, harder dirt, so it makes a different noise. It's a weird attention to detail I appreciate. Okay. Ooh. Giant plant. I can't do anything with this giant plant, but it exists. Oh, berry tree? Get some apples? Fresh apples? Who here wants some fresh apples? So I have to remember that there's fresh apples and gigantic plants back towards the pier. Where's the button to just shout for my friends? The door has been barred with long wooden planks. Could it be wooden, like, wooden bars? Can we say they're just thin, narrow wooden bars, though? Okay, so he does have kind of an invisible stamina bar that we are triggering by sprinting everywhere. Oh, a well. Nothing bad ever happens in wells. I can't see all the way, but there appears to still be water inside. Okay, well, we know where a well's at now. That's good for us. Looks like this is a garden. Locked from the other side. I'll have to find another way. What is this? The huge root of this plant covers part of this wall. Oh, maybe we have to come back and kill the plant and there's a secret passage behind it? Well, this gate is totally useless. I don't think I'd be able to open it anyway. What? Ooh. Ooh, graveyard. Always a good place to start looking for things. Ah, what'd I tell you? There's already weird stuff going on here. Now, do I just insta-die if I'm wrong? Oh. Okay. I cannot interact with that. So it's a pretty big map. Oh. I can see a little graveyard, but it's closed under lock and key. So 2 separate graveyards. One's a puzzle and one appears to be an actual graveyard. 3 crows. Ominous. Ooh, what's this? That thick tree branch is hanging along with a metal wire that crosses it. The branch seems hollow, almost as though I can hear something clanking inside. What? Okay. Okay, everyone, keep track of. Remember all these yourselves. Shout out the answers at home when you think something is relevant. Okay. Huge statue of Moa. The old seafarers still revere mythological creatures like this, even in these parts. I wonder why. Nothing better to do, my man. Nothing better to do. Alright. Yes. Nothing seems out of the ordinary here. A common oil lamp. It seems broken. He's very calm considering all the weird stuff he's already come across. Old and forgotten things covered with dust. Nothing useful. Okay. It's locked. Besides the keyhole, the word Mastrio appears engraved. Creatures of the sea. A whole assortment of diverse specimens and Roman numerals are painted with the watercolors. Okay, keep that in mind. Sure that'll be relevant. Mangled wood mannequins? Ooh, fun. Giant head of a baby made out of wood. It has no eyes. Creepy. Portrait of a sour-looking older man. I wonder why he's so grumpy. Some people just are. The ghastly profile view of a human skeleton. It's not really that ghastly. The woman in this previous picture looks thin and Oh, the woman in the picture looks thin and emaciated. Emancipated. Nope. A female mannequin, almost human-sized. It looks almost alive. This one is hunched over and I can't see its face, if it even has one. A big, unpleasant hand is pointing left. A young girl playing with her ball. The painting looks so real. A painting of some creature? Is it a rat? Canvas is blank. No, wait. Actually, it looks like something painted a thick layer of white on top of the painting. Okay, this figure is carved out of wood. Okay. Is that on purpose? Or is it indicating I'm running out of fuel? I don't want to be running out of fuel. Please tell me that I have unlimited fuel. It's always obnoxious. The moon reflects its taunting light at me. It's late, cold, and dreary. Locked. Besides the keyhole, the word Mastro appear. Okay, so we need... That's 2 doors now with the Mastro keys. The stairs must lead to a lower floor. This collapse is blocking the way. Is it, though? Looks on the other side. Oh, is that blood? Oh, it won't tell me. It looks like there's blood on the corner of that little handrail for the stairs. The banister, I guess? I can't see anything useful here. There's a strange piece of art to take up the whole wall. There's a large oval-shaped hole decorating the center of the piece. Nothing. Can't take the knife. Painting must be of a landscape somewhere near the town's shore. Can I pick up the chair? You know, for defense. Posing religious sculpture made of stone, blessed by decay and neglect. It's heavily damaged. A hole carved on the pedestal. Okay. A lot of random holes just carved into things. Locked. Maybe there's a way to open it from the other side? I guess. Okay, so... we actually went in the right direction initially. Looks like a head sculpted in some kind of chromed metal. What about the gun? Six arms and a gaping mouth. There's something exotic and foreign about this statue. You know, if you change that word exotic to slightly different, It would really change the tone of that statue, like, drastically. Maybe this whole module. Pretty sure all you need is one letter to make that whole sentence and this whole scene very different. Okay. Oh, wait. I forgot. I can't... So silly. Okay. Okay. X to confirm. Bonk! Oh, we can actually look at it from the front. 6 arms and a gaping mouth. There's something exotic and foreign about this statue. There's a button on the pedestal. Sure. Push it. Okay. Interesting. Junk, old, broken, and of very little use. What was that? The wind? Well, yeah. What else would it have been? For some reason, my Twitch app doesn't let me do most of your emotes, so I can't also bonk along. Sadly. Oh, I'm hitting the wrong buttons. Hold on. Okay, there we go. What do we got? Gold statue? A human head made in bronze. Its eyes stare at me. It's the bronze statue. Old couch. What looks like windows. Classic message in a bottle. Cute. Okay. A bonk on Ika's behalf. Maybe it'll get fixed if I update. Yeah, if you don't stay up to date, that could be part of it. I could see that. I like that. You can bump into it. This can't be open. Wait, what? This can't be opened. Okay. Is that a gunshot wound, like, in the wall? A doll inside of a baby carriage. Nothing to worry about. It was littered with junk. None of it of any use. I don't like the baby crying. Glad I see an emblem. It appears anchored to the base. There are also 2 buttons. I wonder what they do. Let's go down. Apparently nothing. They do nothing. Okay. An old oil painting. Its colors faded like everything else in this mansion. It depicts an era of the past. Motley people appear in it. Different age, height. Okay. That's a motley crew. Okay. Room is crumbling. Part of it has collapsed here. I better not stay too long. Proceeds to live in the room for the rest of his life. Okay. Well, apparently that's it for this room. Why is... Okay. It's locked. Beside the key was the Greco. Griso? Floor is collapsed. I'm not going to be able to simply walk across. Okay. There's like cabinets. There's nothing useful inside. You keep saying that. Trinkets, trifles, nothing special. A half-finished bust sculpted in marble. A beautiful framed seashell, signed in an elegant calligraphy with the name Adelard. Adelard? The caption reads, "For my love, Viviette." Ah, we have title drop. I can see stationary supplies inside. What was that? It exploded without any apparent reason. Maybe the gas caused it? A beautiful and fantastical tree appears in the painting. It's otherworldly. A cluttered bookshelf and closet filled with different colored books. So this is nothing like Missio, or we would have died like 20 times already. Missio was killing us every chance it had. Right. I think there's only one more room for us to check, so something better start happening. Maybe it can be opened from the other side? Well... Oh, what is this? Seems to be locked from the other side. mouth. Gaping mouth. That kind of covers our options. Do I need to, like, have the light off to trigger things to happen or something? Wait, what? What just happened? What? I was just messing around randomly with the buttons and apparently that unlocked it? I already have the emblem. Oh my god. And we're dead. And we just died. The floor collapsed underneath us. Og. Wow, I'm lucky I didn't break anything. Ancient tablecloth is covered in mold. Rotten food spoils whatever elegance was once on display. Oh, good. I still have my thing. My lantern. My alchemist lantern. Ancient table. Okay. A disgusting giant eyeball made of porcelain. Why would anyone decorate a room with this? Old grandfather clock made of a solid oak. It looks like it hasn't chimed in years. It's set to 135. Or no, 140. 140. The clock hands are still move easily enough. Oh, I don't know what time I need to set it to. Nothing happened. Let's go check on this lady. Felice? Asleep? I have to wake her and get her out of this place. Felice! Felice, wake up, please. Jules, it's you. Where were you? I've been worried sick. Come on, we have to get out of here before... Leave? No, I won't. I don't want to. Viviette, we become friends. I want to stay here with her. Viviette? Don't you see her? You are talking about the doll over there? What? No, not you. Not you too. How dare you? Elise, I'm sorry. I don't... She understands me. She's kind, unlike your friends. She believes me. We had tea. I prepared it on my own. It was just us. Here, Jules. I saved you some. It's rude not to drink. You'll upset her. Okay. But afterwards, I think it's time to say goodbye to your new friend and for us to go home. Okay, Felice? And poison? What was it? What is this? You like it? It's made of several teas and other weeds. Viviette taught me the recipe. And dead. And dead. Can we just wake up in the same room? Ugh. Dizzy. The tea. Stupid. That was stupid, Jules. You know when when our sister gets like this, she'll start poisoning people on the spot. Large vanity mirror. Nothing to see here but my own swollen reflection. Sullen reflection, not swollen. Excuse me, what? A large realistic female doll. Or is it a mannequin? There's some kind of red painting on its head. Something doesn't feel right. Okay. Two children struggle in the painting. It reminds me of Felicia and I playing when we were young. Alright, so that happened. So we fell down from the second story into the first story. And then our sister, who may or may not have been like compromised mentally or something, has poisoned us, causing us to pass out for even longer for no apparent reason. Hold on the pedestal. How do I activate my... Oh, here we go. Here we go. Alchemical lamp does not require fuel to run. The only drawback is that it has a somewhat irregular intensity. An emblem shaped like a shield. It's light and must have been made in some kind of wax. And it spit out a key. Oh, the Master O key. Okay, well, we know where that goes. Huh? Was that a shriek? Sounded like a cat. It's locked. Oh, I guess I have to... Okay. Oh, there's our... Oh my god, it's the cat. She murdered the cat. Such a thing to a poor animal. Wait. Is that... Yeah, that's our cat. Felice? What have you done? This isn't a game. We have to go. What's wrong with you? Oh! Felice, what happened to you? Felice. Liar! You want to lock me up in that hot, horrible place again. Did he die before you petted it? Yes. I tried to pet it and it wouldn't let me pet the cat, and now the cat is dead. So that's not my fault. I tried to pet it. It wouldn't let me. Rage? Yeah, rage indeed. Stop. You're scaring me. You're acting crazy. Don't come closer. Stop! I don't know what to do. Oh! Slice and dice him? Oh, apparently she's not done following me. Get him? Get who? Why do you... It's not my fault they wouldn't let me pet the cat. I tried to pet the cat. It wouldn't let me. Feeling dead animal remains. Festering dead animal remains. How long have they been there? I prefer not to look. We're like in a butcher shop in the kitchen, I guess? Or maybe this is just the kitchen. Aside from the remains of some rotten food and scraps, I see nothing of note. There's nothing useful here. Okay. Nothing, huh? Why would someone dismember a doll? Looking at it makes me feel unwell. A bucket! Some kitchen utensils on themselves and not much else. Logs. They must be for the oven. I want her to character build your face off. The remains of all the animals you did not pet. What? It's not my fault. I was trying to pet the animals. They wouldn't let me. I want to be Ika's emotes. It's locked. The keyhole is very small. Okay, so I have a bucket. I have a bucket. Like, will she not see me if I'm walking around in the dark, maybe? Oh, hi! Hi there! Hi, how are you doing? Convenient you were hiding inside of that room I was planning on going into, huh? Okay, okay. I don't know if this is actually... Oh, she just... Why does she keep coming out of that room? What? Oh, okay. I think I have to lure her away. Okay, so now she's definitely behind me. Oh, she's here. Of all the fireplaces I've seen, this is the first that makes me feel unsettled. There's nothing cozy about it. Maybe we just started the fire. Is it cold in here? Apparently she gave up on us. We got the blue book. Books eaten away by time and mites. Well, she left. That's nice of her. Well, she's still here. An old wooden cube. Wait, what? An old wooden cube that can be used as a bucket. Despite its age, it has no holes. This book has a blue cover. It is dedicated to crustaceans like crabs, lobsters, and prawns. Key with the word master engraved on it. Like this works here. Okay. The human hand sculpted from stone. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing in here. Oh, I probably have to go get water from the well and put the fire out? Make a break for it. Let's go try that. I believe the well was just over here. Must be a full moon. It's very bright outside. Oh wait, did this call for a key? No, okay. A bucket with water. Thanks. The cute sound effect makes it really like that sound effects feels like something you would use in like a children's module from back in like the mid 90s. Like Freddy Fish or something. It doesn't feel like something you would use nowadays. Okay, so we gotta lure our sister away from the door. Oh, is she not in here? Oh, she is. Ah. Oh. Ah. What just happened? Ah. I hit the wrong button, I think. Ah, okay. There is something back here. Oh, I think my buttons are... My hand's on the wrong spot. Oh, it's a plank over a thing. Okay. Nothing. The floor isn't stable. It's cracking and could collapse at any moment. Oh, good. Another one of these. Another one of these. Okay, we've gone into the basement. Dozens of boxes all containing bottles of various liquids. Various liquids or wine? These look like wine bottles. Is this a treasure chest? An orc chest. It won't open. There's a lock. It seems to have 5-digit combination. Okay, I guess that probably has something to do with the crustaceans. A baby-like doll sitting on a chair, as opposed to what? Laying on it? Why the quotation marks? Nothing useful here. Collection of diverse bottles of wine and liquor. I wonder if it's still good. Are you an alcoholic? Collection of nautical-themed gold-plated figures. They're beautiful, seemingly untouched by the decay around them. There seems to be a few missing. I wonder where they went. That's a great question. That's a great question, and we're definitely going to go find those, I assume. Wait, what's this? I cannot go into that barrel. My dear Alice. Alucard is worrying me. I don't care about the parties, but after my latest loss, he isn't even willing to go into the town. He does not allow me to use the boat either. He seems absent, caught in his own thoughts about who knows what. The fact is, when he stares at me, an uneasiness rushes through me. I feel frightened even that he will discover this letter. I'm afraid, Alice, and deeply troubled by Andelard's mental state. When and where could we meet? It must be secret. Please give your letter to Fabio's son and implore him to hide it under the third plank of the pier. Your friend, V. Oh, so she's being maybe abused by her husband? A religious sculpture carved of stone. Its face is expressionless. Its eyes dead. The plate of armor of a soldier from a previous decade. Decade or century? The plate of armor of a soldier from a previous decade. Decade is only 10 years. This thing is only like 15 years old? Okay, not Earth confirmed. Confirmed, not Earth. Religious sculpture carved of stone. Its face expression, its eyes dead. Oops. Oh, there she is. Lots of things here and all useless. A large sinkhole on the floor. It looks dangerous. Worthless junk. I wonder what all this machinery is for. Is this some kind of boiler? Looks like a boiler. Looks like a train. It looks like the train engine, but yeah, that would make sense that that's a boiler. Oh, I'm gonna do this one just in case. I mean, we haven't died yet, but I feel like we're due. Hey, crowbar, nice. Those are classic construction material, nothing of use. Well, we can get into that one building we found that was kind of off the main building, I guess, now. Oh, hi. Did we lose her? Oh, no. Okay. We're gonna go this way. Let's see. There's nothing of use here. Oh, a bunch of dolls. Or mannequins, I guess, technically. There's nothing inside. One mannequin. The neck between the head and the torso is made of fine wood. Mannequin, fine wood. What's with the fine wood? Limbers and heads, it's all cluttered with spare parts for mannequins and dolls. Do I need to, like, use the crowbar on it? Like, why? Can of paint dried with age. Wall here is peeling and cracked. No, can't use that on it. Woodworking and painting utensils are scattered across the table. Okay, so we got to come back with a hammer, I'm guessing, then. Maybe that's what we'll get from the shed. And this is where we left her, but she doesn't seem to be here anymore, so... There's a box all containing various liquids. Can I open this with a crowbar? No? Okay. I feel like I just heard a door open somewhere. I feel like that's meant to fall down. I can't read the inscription. It's impossible. I kind of expected that wood to break and us to fall, to be honest with you. Okay, let's go back outside and see if we gotta open that shed. I'm actually kind of digging this. The weird she just kind of shows up and tries to stab you with a knife is actually pretty interesting. But in a way that you can do, like, it feels realistic, like if you were dealing with somebody who's trying to stab you, but you're much stronger than. So it's like you don't want to hang out with them, but you can stop them from hurting you and try to get away too. You got wooden planks. Though the problem is we can't find our friends. It seems the machine controls the huge radial saw over there. There's an opening on the front side. Okay. Huge wooden log. Medium-sized wooden log, nothing useful. It's covered in, like, red blood or paint? A trunk. It won't open. Dear Mr. Neuville, I'm writing to you personally to tell you that I am concerned about your medical condition. After what I observed during your latest visit, I am troubled for your health. For the sake of discretion, I have avoided saying any type of comment in front of your wife, but please, I beg you, come visit me privately as early as possible. Let us talk about what is worrying you, and with God's steady hand we shall preserve. Meanwhile, I advise you to rest and, above all, avoid alcoholic beverages. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Have we found his devil? Have we found the devil? The devil, maybe? Maybe the devil? Maybe the devil? What is going on? I don't know what's going on over there. Await your visit, Dr. Gaston Weiler. Oh, it just reads it again. Okay, so opening in the front. Can I use the crowbar again? The book? Crustaceans. Maybe I have to go use the book on the little thing that had the crustaceans? What was that? I think it was up on the second floor next to that statue. I think. I think that's where it was at. So I'm going to check first. Because I'm assuming that will give us a little use. Locked. Greco. And open. Oh yeah, there's the family. Can't interact with that. Where was that? Time. There's something useful inside. Oh, was it in here? Oh wait, do I need to put the book back? Nope. Oh, the wood planks. I have the wood planks. I can use the wood planks to get over that. There was a spot in the basement that was missing the flooring, right? Oh wait. No. Yeah, I don't remember where the stupid crustaceans thing was. These are the paintings. Wood. It's real. Bloody hand. Pointing left. So we're still missing our friends. Our sister appears to be possessed by a ghost. Oh yeah, two children struggling. Eyeball, and clock. Maybe it was it in, oh no, it's like right here. Yes. No? Okay, maybe we just gotta go into the basement then and no comment on the cat. Okay. Yeah, we just gotta go into the basement, I guess. It's locked? The keyhole is very small. Oh. Oh, right, it's through here. Okay. Ah, there it went. It collapsed, just as I worried. Now, where did it end up, though? That's the question. Where did it collapse to? Oh. She is Looks dangerous. Oh, she ran off. Well, apparently she knows how to get to the other side of this. We need another Greco key. If I say eyeless, okay. So it's very similar to the other side. Okay. Ooh, billiards room. A well-used billiards table. The insects have eaten away at the surface. A shame. I enjoy billiards. Gold-plated natural figures on the board. They're anchored in place, though I can't move them. Wait, they can be pushed down. Nothing. Okay. We're gonna have to go back. Trophies and awarded inside the cabinets. Useful, just decorations. Also, the picture of the Mona Lisa there. I appreciate that. A bronze sculpture of a woman with her fist raised. Looks like there is something inside of the fist. I can't tell what it is or how I'm supposed to get it out. I have a crowbar. Can we whack it with a crowbar? Not enough solutions. The crowbar solves a lot of problems in real life when it comes to getting things in places that you need them. Oh. I assume these are more dolls and mannequins. Based on what's inside here, I guess this place must have been some kind of puppet workshop. Spare parts. Based on what's inside here. Junk. Everything here is useless to me. Everything's useless to me. Based on what's inside of here. Or what's inside of this little box. It's locked and there's a tiny keyhole. You know what we could use? A crowbar! That's the problem with giving us a crowbar right away. Is anything that needs to be opened, it turns out most of that can be done with a crowbar. Armor. Okay, so we gotta go back and figure out... Oh. We unlocked it, and we're back into the main floor. Hey! We're making progress. Locked from the other side. Have you seen a rusted armor? I'm glad I was born in a less violent era and never had to wear one. Yeah, that makes sense. Locked. Besides the heels of the Liberico. Liberico. Oh my. This is a very gross bathroom. Drowned bugs. Lovely. Faucet doesn't work. Oh my. What's that horrible smell? The bathtub is full of some sort of thick red liquid. Okay. So, tub full of blood. Classic. Nothing worthless. Worthless junk. I suppose the objects affirm that the owners of this house were once society people. Society people? What does that mean? I guess just that they're rich? Hoity-toity? I sense her. She is near me. I desperately want her to come back at my side, but not like this. I walk the corridors behind my back. The world comes alive, but vanishes when I face it. My imagination, is it lucid? Is it dreaming such things? No, it is not illusion. I cannot be. I have noticed her breath and hands. They are close to me. They are around me. Okay, so the wife died and then came back as a ghost to haunt the husband. The water doesn't flow. Good thing I don't need a drink. Disgusting. It's full of dead insects. Nothing useful. A huge mirror. In spite of its age, it's holding up well. An empty bathtub, although I can see the remains of some thick red liquid. Do I need to bring it over here with the bucket? Maybe that's... Yep. How do you crack a bathtub? Well, I mean, in my mind, the easiest way is for someone to fall into it. Otherwise, it'd just be dropping something heavy like, I don't know. Maybe like a laundry basket full of heavy, like, wet clothes or something on it. But yeah, I think the easiest way would just to fall into it. In my mind, anyway. Okay, now it's filled with that disgusting red stuff I brought from the other bathroom. Okay, what did that accomplish? Why? I full-on fell over in the bath a few weeks ago and never thought I might have damaged the bath. Well, maybe you have very strong European bathtubs over there. We don't. The bathtub is full of some thick red liquid. Okay. Why did I fill that bathtub with random red liquid? What does that accomplish for us? Why did I do that? Tomato soup in the bath? Okay. Oh. Oh, I thought that was actually going to do something, but no. I'm trying to pretty well. I don't know why I did that, but we did it. Tomato soup and grilled cheese and tomato soup? What about grilled cheese and tomato soup? Locked. Okay, that's a Liberco key, and that one needs to be open from the other side. A different ghost, apparently. Okay. Oh, we're in the shark room. The nautically themed shark room. That of a great white shark stuffed, yet no less terrifying. My body trembles just knowing it's there. I don't even have to look. A green book. We have acquired the green book. What seems to be a wind rose painted on some type of parchment. It's so elegant, it looks like crossed blades. So north is missing and south is missing. Okay. No. An old-timey ship inside of a large bottle. Interesting. This desk is surprisingly tidy. Locked. So the key was Liberco. Okay, we need more Liberco keys, and we still need the Greco key. Liberco. Okay. So we have 2 books now. Thick layer of dust covers everything, including the actively wet stuff leaking out of that bottle, I guess. Okay, cool. We can get into this other area now. I mean, I guess it explains why we don't use the gun. We don't want to shoot our own sister. Oh, wait, that just takes us in there. So, wait, where does this take us? It's unlocked from the other side. Okay, let me go check on this crustacean thing. Oh, this is just in here. Crustacean is downstairs in the hallway. Bullets are too good for your sister now? What does that mean? It's because she killed the cat? Is that what you mean? Watercolors. I guess, should I take a note of this? Is this noteworthy? I feel like this is something I'm gonna have to note. Let me get my note paper. Exactly that? Oh, so what do we do? Burn her alive? What's the punishment for someone who's killed a cat? Let's see. 1 squid. 2 is prawn or shrimp. 3 is an octopus. Octopus. 4 is shell. So he has either to fire or a tiger or several smaller cats. So we just coat her in like coke or like methed up catnip, and when the cats start huffing the catnip and the meth, they freak out and just maul her to death. That'd be an interesting way. Pearl, clam. I don't know what 6 is. 6 equals maybe a turtle shell? Like a, let's see, 7 is a worm. 8 is starfish. 9 is a lobster. 10 is the crab. 11 is a nautilus. And then 9 looks like a snail. Or 12 looks like a snail. I guess that's a crustacean. It's just a land crustacean, right? Okay, so I'm assuming I'm going to need to use that information to figure out which pieces I need to push down. Was that back up in this way? Apple snails are aquatic. Oh, okay, there we go. Thank you. Oh, no, it was in the room with the pool table. Oh, yeah, she's just sitting over there by herself. Okay. Which I think... Is this room? Nope, these are just the washrooms. Locked. Is it in the basement? Yes, here we go. Themed figures on the board. Get in place, though. I can't move them. Wait, they can't be pushed down. So... This one, and that one? Themed figures on the board. Please, no, I can't move them. Push down. I'm unsure. Like, does that do something? So there was that other room where we needed to put them back. I think that was back up in the attic, though. Alright, I don't know what is going on there. So we don't have... This requires a tiny key. I think it was back across... This is just where we got the crowbar. feels like there's a lot of backtracking. Ah, here we go. Oh, okay, so it's the ones that are missing. Okay, so it already has, we have anchor, compass, crab, and I guess that's a hat? Anchor hat? An anchor hat. We'll do that. We'll say it's an anchor hat. I don't know what that fourth thing on the right is. The last thing on the right there. I don't know what that is. Okay. Okay, at least going back and finding the solution for this shouldn't be stupidly hard. It's nice of them not make me have to, like, go all the way back into, like, a very far away room. Okay, so... and this? Ah, there it is, yes. Sounds like something fell somewhere. Something fell somewhere? Ah, here we go. Yeah, we got the Greco key from the fist pump statue. Oh, what just happened? Nope. Okay, we're good. Okay, I guess we're good. I guess we're fine. I don't like I can't interact with these. I don't know what this is. It looks like a jail cell door, but... let's see, I think Grecos were mostly upstairs around here. We haven't figured out the painting in here yet, or the eyeballs. Was this one? No, this is the tiny one. What? Is it on the second floor? Oh. Yeah. It must be on the second floor. There it is. There it is. So now what do we got? 3 crows and a woman. 3 birds and a man on it. Oh, that's a man? I thought with the long hair it looked like a woman, but alright. The figurines are made of lead. They're anchored and can't be moved. I've seen them again. Today in the house, there are more now. So many children. They run through the corridors and rooms laughing and playing. I know they're not mine, and yet I'm worried I'm starting to love them. I've started calling them by name. I mentioned their presence to my husband, and he got furious. I fell to the ground. My elbow is still hurting from the fall. He says I'm to keep quiet about this, to forget everything. But how is that even possible? They're here again. They're at my side this very moment, crying. Is this another sacrificing kids to make dolls thing? This is from a different company. Wooden Toys. Is this an elephant? It looks like a circus elephant, yeah. I just wanted a tricycle growing up. I think we unlocked the door. Wooden play horse for children. A crank. Creepy. Why is this big mannequin tucked into the bed? Are you sure that's a mannequin, dude? I don't think he knows what a mannequin is. I think he's mistaking mannequins and corpses. Okay, so we got the giant crank, which... Maybe that goes for the thing outside, actually. The wood cutting thing. Because it had a hole on the side of it, which would make sense to put crank in that. Dolls don't talk back? I get it. Oh, God, no. Ugh, thank you. No. I appreciate a little conversation with my snuggling, alright? Seems the machine controls are over there. Okay, perfect. So, this... It's working now. There are buttons to control the okay. Did blood just come out of that giant log? Is this real blood? What horrors are inside there? That's a great question. Well, nothing useful. Okay. So what did this accomplish? Why did I... You're a murderer now? Yeah, apparently I am. Apparently I just absolutely just killed somebody. Killed Sudowoodo. Oh no, not a Pokemon. Not the Pokemans. What did that accomplish? It won't open. Oh wait, can I crowbar this? I guess I can't. Do I crowbar this? I need some light. What do you want me to do about this? Was this all just to... I don't understand. I think you're being made to choose the ignorance is bliss route? I guess? He won't interact with it further. Oh, you know what? I bet we have to go down and read the note. I forgot about that. We might need to go down and read the note. The third plank underneath the pier, right? So our friends are still missing. Our sister is possessed by a ghost. Is there anything else on this I can pick up? Or maybe the third one plank is from the top? No? No, reward that. Your sister declared war on the cats? I think you're being made... No, reword that? Your sister declared war on the cats? I mean, what do you want me to do about it? You want me to put her into the saw? We give her the old, what was the name of that movie? Fargo? We give her the Fargo? Don't give her the possession excuse? Oh, gotcha, yeah. I've got to be missing something with the saw, right? I killed my cat because I lost my equilibrium. Let me get this straight. You left your cat in the microwave because of your equilibrium? Yeah, my equilibrium was all kinds of messed up. What? Yeah, I was in the kitchen, I picked up my cat, then I tripped and fell onto the microwave because of my messed up equilibrium, and... Yeah, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing in here. Well, I think the key... I think we still needed the key for a couple other doors, so... I'll go try some of those first. I'm not even watching this module with my cat because I don't want exposure to expose him to this. Yeah, that would be... I'm sure that would be terrifying with the cat. Traumatizing forever. That said, I am inviting him in now because he's a module radiator. A mobile radiator? Gotcha. What am I missing? So if there was anything else in here. Can I like no? We don't know what time we need yet, right? Yeah, luckily with the pixel art, it'll be hard for him to understand what he's even seeing in regards to the cat damage. So what do we got? We still have this other key, and we have these 2 books. And the crustaceans and the like. And all kinds of fish, such as sardines, tuna, and even sharks. I have so much respect for. This book has a green cover. So, do we need it in the shark room? It's got to be in the shark room. Oh, wait. Was this one of the other ones? This is stationary supplies, so this is just like the den? Colored books. No? None of those go in here. The way it keeps describing the different colored books, I picture in my mind we just need to find the 3 missing books and then put them on the shelf. Okay, here's the shark room. We can't go in there. Locked. Librico. The bottle. Tidy. I can't open this chest. It's all it looks like it's crossed blades. No? Maybe we can't do whatever we need to do next until we interact with the whatever that is. Oh, here we go. The doll, it's just sitting there. Looking, it's waiting for something disturbing. You don't notice the red eyes on that doll? Please? How did you get here? This was your favorite melody when our flame of love was still alive. Please, you don't play the piano. How? You are always obsessed with what others said of me. No. Not just about what others said. You really hated me at times. What else would you do to me? How else could you? Stop it, Felice. You're not making any sense. You hate me. You really hate me. There's no turning back now. I don't understand what's going on, but I promise you I will help you, Felice. You have to hang in there. I need more time. Nothing makes sense yet. Pretty sure it makes sense, dude. Your sister's possessed by the spirit of Viviette, who was killed by her husband. Plier cutters. It's the first time I've seen a harp this close. Gorgeous. Really? Oh, okay. I guess this is probably a little bit simpler time, so maybe harps aren't as common. Listen. I haven't seen a statue like this before. Yes, you have. Wasn't it in the east wing of the house? Oh, haven't I seen a statue like this before? There are several buttons on the pedestal. Oh, okay, so... let's see. Okay, so it was... oh, no. You know what? It was this... that? Nope. Right here. Always locked from the other side. Yeah. Okay, let's go check that statue real quick then. I assume the wire cutters are probably going to be for the area outside where they had that thing hanging down from the water tower. Push the button. Oh, I had it backwards. Ah, but... oh. Wait, what? Oh, that's a very different pattern than I remember. Okay. That's, like, drastically different. Yeah. Oh, there it goes. Oh, she's gone. Okay, so... oh! I messed it up. Let me see if I can still do it. Nope. Let me go check it one more time. I assume if I put the pattern in wrong, it messes up and I have to go get a new combination. Okay. Let me see if I play it again. Oh, no. Okay, so it randomizes it. 3, 4. So 4, 5, 3, 6. 4, 5, 3, 6, 1, 2. 4, 5, 3, 6, 1, 2. There we go. A compartment open on its base. Black Knight chess piece. I don't think we've actually come across a chessboard yet. Not that I remember, anyway. Okay, let me go see if these wire cutters will work outside on the water mill thing. This is still... Nope. Can't use that. Yeah, this. It's a wooden water tower. So, okay, yeah. Boom. A tree branch. Oh, that's what we need to do. So we didn't need to cut the logs that were there. We needed to get a log and then cut it. Weird. So I guess I cut something that was full of blood. Oh, my chat just died. Yep, there it is. Okay. That's not how that works. We got a cross key. What? More tree murder? I mean, in this case, we actually just murdered... We just cut actual wood instead of whatever is inside of that other giant log. Hopefully that wasn't one of our friends that was hidden inside of a fake log. That would suck. Okay, cross. Wow, he's very tired from running across the yard. The little graveyard, but it's closed. Lock and key. Okay, with this lock and key? Yes, with this lock and key. All right, cool. Tombstone. Epitaph isn't really readable. A tombstone. Epitaph isn't really readable. Tombstone. Epitaph isn't really readable. Tombstone. Epitaph isn't really readable. Okay. Oh, this is an odd puzzle. What? This is going to be really weird to try to make work. Okay, so I think we need the little board that was up on the up in the, or I guess the second floor. It's not really an attic, but up on in the second floor there was the board that had the 3 birds and the man statue that I thought it was a woman statue. Oh, actually, we'll save. I mean, this is pretty standard, just puzzle stuff with a little spooky atmosphere. Okay, I think that was over here, right? I thought it was in this room. It's not. Oh wait, these are just the washrooms. Let me check on this and see if something happened with this tub yet. No. Okay, nothing to do with this just yet. Key. Nope, that's just the shark room. Let's look from the other side. Oh, this statue also lit up. Not sure what else to do with this statue. Hello? Was that there before? I don't feel like that's the same spot that was at before. Okay, so it's... It can't be moved. So bird, bird, and bird. And then a man. I'm not sure what the man's supposed to represent. Maybe that's where I'm supposed to stand. Okay. It's the only thing I can think of. Oh, wait. This almost feels like an optional puzzle or something, though. I don't understand what this has to do with anything else going on in the house. Like, there's no correlation right now for these puzzles. It's more of just trying things on things. Like, why do I need to get into this? There's no lore explaining why I need to get inside of this other little cemetery, right? It's just I'm doing it because that's what the items are suggesting. No, that's not where I need you to go. Okay, I guess you're just the bird who hangs out there. No. No. Ah, okay, that'll work. No, not that one. We're close. Oh! We got just the one. Oh, maybe that's the other bird that needs to move? What? Oh, come on. Oh, that somehow worked out. No. One more? No, not that way. Yes. Crimson, that isn't really reasonable. Huh? A tiny slot open and there's something shining inside. Ah, the Liparos key. Okay, great. This is very convoluted. I like that they're not stealing our items from us, though. Like, a lot of modules, if you're solving puzzles and stuff, once you started solving, like, once you use the crowbar, the crowbar would just magically disappear from your inventory. For no real reason. Uh-oh, cutscene. What now? Oh, there's another thing over there, apparently. Lisa, are you okay? What's wrong? Wrong? I'm wrong, aren't I? You're ashamed of me. Why am I being treated this way? What have I done? I hear them, everyone talking in town. Poor man. This woman is a burden to him. She's mad, insane, childless, barren, a disgrace. Tell her to cry properly? What does that sound like? I want to know what your version of to cry properly is. I swear I'm not an elk. You don't love me anymore, do you? Tell me, stop ignoring me. Stop it. That's not true. I'm here, aren't I? Can't you see what's happening? You're not acting normal. Fleece. You're trying to kill me. No, lies. I can see it clearly in your eyes. Hatred. You're up to something. No, please, not that place again. I'd rather die. No. Oh, God. Please, stop it. Don't touch me. Leave me alone. Wow. Wow. Silent tears. As all crying should be. Repress. Don't make a mess. Wow. Why are religious sculptures always so imposing? This one is made of stone and pretty damaged. The emblem is placed in the hole. You got emblem. Oh, she's back to murder mode. Ah! She's back to murder mode. I think both of these doors needed. Yeah. Yeah, she's in murder mode again. She's got the kitchen knife. Looks like junk you'd find on the seafloor. Does it have any value? There's a metal diving suits like this were used often in the past. No, I mean those are actually pretty new by this universe's standard. A sturdy steering wheel of an old-fashioned boat. I suppose it could still be used. There's a looking spyglass surrounded by other nautical-themed objects on the cabinet. Or this sledgehammer. You got mace. That's not a mace, that's a sledgehammer. A dusty old desk. Nothing of interest here. A worn-out globe with a map of commercial sea routes pinned to the wall beside it. Okay. See, now we have a lot of ways to start solving these can't get into things problems. We have a crowbar and a sledgehammer. The world has sort of become our oyster now, especially in this time and place. Is that a ghost? Is that just a flat out another ghost? Can't find anything useful here. It's locked. Besides the key is Skirico. Okay. The globe, and we're located right here. Fun. Oh. Oh, so is this where the books go? How do I know? Oh, there's a dead body over there. Okay, fun. A ghastly decoration. Who would want this hanging on their wall? My dear Alice, I have not yet received a response. Please write me. I hope you to repeat myself, nor do I hope I am asking too much of you. You are my dearest friend, and I feel it is only with you I can share these thoughts. I must meet you in secret. I am truly frightened now. I cannot use the boat. He watches me every move. Must be a way we could meet. Who are these corpses? Well, they keep saying that these aren't corpses, that these are mannequins and stuff. The only thing I can think of is these are a mix of people who have been killed by the ghost who've come into the house and our friends who are still missing. But the two people who are missing, there's one woman and two men who are missing, and us. So I don't know. I don't know who these are exactly. This doesn't look like any of our friends, by the way. Must be a secret. I go into the boat. He watched me every move. Please give your reply to Fabio's son. Tell him to place the letter under the third plank of the pier. V. A large realistic female doll. It's a realistic female doll. These aren't bodies, everybody. Oh, we unlocked the door. Oh. Okay. So... Oh, wait, what's this one? Like, I know I need to put the books on these, but I don't know. I believe it because it was written? What? Believe what because it was written? Like how we all know that I'm certainly not an elf. Well, yeah, of course. You got blue book. Does the blue book go over here instead? How am I supposed to know? Yellow, red, blue, yellow, blue, or red, blue, yellow. He must be chilly? Who must be chilly? The guy? Yeah, he could probably be pretty cold. He was talking about it was supposed to be rainy and stuff. I can't see anything useful on the table. Can we snag a book or something off of this? No? Your character? Yeah, I guess he could be pretty cold. 8-bit Leon? Yeah, 8-bit 1930s Leon. Okay, so we have the sledgehammer. Oh. There's sister. There's murder mode sister. Actually, I'm trying to remember. Which one of these rooms? This little box is locked. There's a tiny hole. I don't have any tiny keys yet. Just trying to remember which room. Okay, that's the billiards room. It's not that one. Which one of these rooms is the one we needed that had... It's locked. Oh, this is a Greco key also. I'm happy I remember to come down here. Or I came down here, I guess I should say. Sewing utensils everywhere, but nothing I can use. Must be sewing patchwork and clothes inside. You could probably check. If it were my sibling coming at me with a knife, I would have absolutely taken the excuse to push him down some stairs. Well, he's trying to not kill his sister. A stage for puppet shows. The puppets are hanging by their necks. I can pull them, though. I mean, like, is it just in order? No? No? I guess it's not in order. Dear Newville, the two-way mirrors you have requested and commissioned for your new dance hall are ready. We await specification as to when and where you would like them delivered. Please contact as soon as possible. Sincerely, Emilian Laplands. These names, though. He'll be waving a knife, asking if I could help him chop carrots, and I'd do it? Oh. You don't get along with your brother, or what? Sewing machines like these aren't really used anymore. It was almost some tidy back when it was used. Okay, so we need to know something about a puzzle. Like someone fixed this doll's dress recently. Looks like someone fixed this doll dress recently. Very flashy costumes on the wall, and I can't stop staring at them. I wonder if that's a reference to something. Okay, but we need the one supply room where it said that the wall looked cracked and faded. I just don't remember which room that was. Oh, we can save while we're here. Okay. Would sell him to it, the clan, if given the opportunity. Wow, so yeah, you and your brother don't get along. Got it. Fair, fair. I don't have any siblings, so... I grew up with some cousins and stuff that were around a lot. I even had one of my cousins live with me for a little while, but... Dang! He, like, flicked his wrist and destroyed that whole thing. Wow, 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 wow. Strange wooden toy with a hat. Solvent. More wooden dolls and mannequins. Do you want a brother? No, I'm probably okay. A wig and ruined makeup. What was going on here? I'm probably good at this point. I'm 35 years old. I can probably continue to live without a sibling. I mean, if you don't get along with them, I doubt I'd get along with them any better. Fine wood. Can I, like, do something about this fine wood? Glass bottle filled with liquid labeled solvent. It has a very strong odor. Shaped like a shield. It is light and must have been made in some kind of wax. What would I do with solvent? My chess piece is engraved onto a piece of rectangular porcelain. What do I need solvent for? Oh, wait, wait, wait. Isn't there something that's rusted shut? I'm pretty sure that we came across at least one chest that was like rusted shut or something. Something inside? Do I need to put this back in? Nope. I'm gonna need that for something else, I guess, later. Yeah, I think we came across a chest or something that was rusted shut. I just don't remember where it's at. Okay, we did this puzzle. Liquid bottle. But yeah, we had one of my cousins live with me. It won't open. Locked. Open has a 5-digit combination. He came to live with us when he was pretty young, like 10 or 11, and he left for a while. Then he came back when he was around like 16. Lubricate hinges, etc. Yeah, we gotta find the chest that was like rusted shut, though. And I don't remember where that chest was. I just remember them talking about this. It's rusted shut, or I can't open it. I guess we could also... What? A single mangled eye stares at me from the body of the naked doll. Its head busted open. This wasn't here before. Okay, it doesn't look like I can retrieve a part from it. Cat is still not alive. Read the question? Do you have WD-40 in America? Yeah. Oh, yeah. WD-40. Water displacement 40. Yeah. We 100% have WD-40 here in the States. Okay, this is still just the very small hole. Okay. But yeah, we have WD-40. I guess it's technically a solvent of some sort, right? Oh, hello. It has eyes now. How disconcerting. The sour-looking man. Still kind of expecting these to have done something, but no. Oh, wait, solvent for the paint on this painting? Yes! 36897210045. Beneath the layer white, I think I see a set of numbers. 5 rows and 5 notable paintings in this room. I wonder if there's more to that, more than meets the eye. 5 numbers. 5 rows and 5 notable paintings. 3, 6. What? Is it real? Looks so real. Left. Oh my god. That actually got me a little bit. He's not gonna comment on that? Alright. Don't comment on it then. So let's see. If we start from the top, so it would be left, right, left, left, right, left, left, and then right. So, hold on, let me write this down again. 397 714. Okay. The eyes went. You were being watched, surely. Yeah. Okay, so now that we know these numbers, can we put them into that treasure chest we were by a minute ago? Yeah, the eyes are gone now. Fun. Not at all disconcerting. No, that takes us back into the kitchen. This one? Oh no, this is the one where we came out and she first started threatening us. This is the children's room. We already did that. My brain is not functioning very well right now. Let's see. Was it in the basement? Not like I'm usually super on top of everything anyway, but... Ah, here we go. Yep. Able to open it. 3... 9... 7... 1... 4? Yes, it worked. Oh, or 5. I guess it was 5. Somehow. Alright. Ah, we got the Scirico key. Which I think we've only had one door request the Scirico key so far. I think it was upstairs. Right? This is, yeah, that's just the dining room area. I think it was over here that requested this. Okay, nothing in here. I don't know when we're gonna finally die, but something will eventually kill us, I'm sure. Is it? I think it was through here. I just like progression in these modules. Progression means new things to move about. I mean, yeah. As opposed to what? You mean like it just makes stuff bigger, so now there's even more running around you have to do? Unlocked. Resuit of battle armor holding a sword. There's a button on the pedestal. Oh, could have gold-plated battle armor. It's a sharp battle axe in its hand, but its grip is too tight. I can't release it. Helmet's nothing else. I understood what horns on helmets were for. Well, that's because they're not historically accurate. That's not a historically accurate thing. Locked in place. Has it been used lance to these jousting? What on earth is it doing here? It's just a showpiece. What? Why did that just open? What? Oh, our sister's suddenly here. Hey sis, how's it going? Registered a battle armor holding a sword. There's a button on the pedestal. Oh, I think she saw us. Yeah, she saw us. I'd rather just stand in the first room and internalize my tears. Okay, so more junk. So this takes us into this room. Where else did I need this? That was like the only door I'm familiar with that needed a Scirico key or whatever. I still don't know what to do with this chess piece, and I've used all this other stuff at least once now. Also, where are we carrying all this? Like, the only clock I can think of to buy... Wait, it's an impressive piano. It must have been expensive to buy it. It's still in tune. In spite of everything, it still sounds beautiful. It's true. Carries it all in his mane. Yeah, it's a lot. He's some big hair. You're not wrong. See, to me, he looks like Leonardo DiCaprio from Titanic. There's everything. Head sculpted in some kind of chrome. I I feel like I'm missing the answer to one of the puzzles somewhere. Leo says Leon, same person. I mean, in the original, he does have kind of that look going on, facially anyway. Is that an open window? Oh, is that what we're supposed to do? Maybe I could reach the other side if I crept across the ledge. A fall could be fatal, though. Strong gust of wind could knock me over. Maybe if I held onto the wall, I'd be able to stay standing. Oh, here we go. Yes, it must be the only way. Oh, and we're dead. You are dead. Ada Wong is about to bust through that window. Yeah. You are dead. You are dead. Fool. I guess I need something else. I guess I need some other tool or something to get through that without dying? Or maybe it was the fact I was moving? Like it's a red light, green light situation? It goes rip. Okay. No, wait, what? Oh, right, this. I don't... Okay, I think it's just I can't do anything when the wind blows and I just have to wait. Only thing I can think of I need to do here. Come on. Come on! Okay, once again. It's a good place to save. Okay. It's the only thing I can think of is I just need to stand still until the wind stops blowing. Doubling up on these? Well... Nope, he just falls off and dies. So I guess this is not the correct answer. Because I stopped moving there and he still died. So I'm going to need some kind of other object or something. Unless there's another button I'm not understanding. It said to hold on tight. Is there anything else you can do? I don't think so. That's the problem, is it didn't seem like there was a button. There's no other button for, like, grip the wall. Because he says, as long as I hold on to the wall, I should be okay. I need some light. That's why I thought maybe if I wasn't moving, it would count. Like, if I crept across the ledge, a fall could be fatal, though. A strong gust of wind could knock me over. Maybe if I held hard onto the wall, I'd be able to stay standing. I'm gonna... Oh, okay, I can lean backwards. That's what the problem was. Oh, okay, okay. So I have to be doing it before the wind starts, not as it's going. Okay, got it. That's why it wasn't doing anything. The wind would start hitting me and I tried to lay backwards and it would just kill me anyway. That's what it is. Lean better? Lean better sounds like some kind of weird... Like chapter 3 of how to dance manual or something. Welcome to chapter 3, leaning better. In this one, we're going to teach you all about leaning. You might be thinking, what does leaning have to do with dancing? Well, we'll show you in this chapter. Do you even lean, bro? Oh, no. I thought it ended. I thought the sound stopped. But I let go too soon. Okay. There's no reason to be in a hurry. It's better if I die 17 times, and I should have only died 3 times. That's worse than if I do it one time really quickly. It's like the flawed... What's the invested time fallacy problem? I can't remember the official term for that, but it's something like that, like the invested time fallacy. Sunk cost fallacy. Yes, thank you. There you go. We made it. We did it, team. We did it. There's a big keyhole in the wall. Looks like a type of mechanism. Okay. I cannot bring myself to look through the mirrors. It has been days since her appearance was no longer human. Everything is no. I can't not look anymore. I do not even recognize my own reflection. What is happening to me? Was this not what I had desired? Why has my mind twisted on me? Okay. Lovely. Another horrible sculpture. They give me the creeps. Fair. Fair. I'm going to have Ika as my phone a friend in future quiz shows. Ika's very intelligent. I don't know if Ika, did you go to college or you just... I know you educate yourself routinely, but... Hey, a red book. Okay, we cannot interact with this shower. No water. Gross, dead, and stinking insects. Gross. I did, but I dropped out. Ah, fair. Same. Oh my god, is there seriously no, like, safer other way to do this? I have to do it again? Really? Are we sure? And I have to come back over here with some kind of mechanism? Like, for reals? You sure? It's a keyhole? A big keyhole and what looks to be a type of mechanism. I'm gonna check everything I have on me. Make sure it's nothing I've already got so I don't have to come back here more than I have to. What? I can't benzos kill anyone? What does that mean? Oh, Jeff Bezos? Dang, that was a long one. Okay, so now we have the red book, which I think we needed to go over here. Yeah, Jeff Bezos, not Benzos. Is it? Oh, hi, sis. How's it going? Okay, so this is the area. Okay. This was not the correct solution to this puzzle. Let me try something. Maybe I have to match up the color of the missing book with the one on the top? Okay, so in that case, that would be blue, and that one would be red. And 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and that one would also be blue. That doesn't help me at all. Okay. I guess it's just trial and error. Nope. Sounds nice. Wait. Not sure why I added an N. Sounds nicer. It's a nice letter. Can't spell nice without an N. Well, that's true. You're not wrong. N is an integral part of spelling the word nice. Okay. Does it have something to do with this one? Yellow, yellow, red, blue, red, blue, yellow. Blue, and then blue would be on the top. And then yellow in the middle. I don't understand. Okay. No, that's 3 blues in a row on that one. What has this got to do with the other ones? This is one of those puzzles that my brain, I'm gonna overthink it. I know I'm gonna overthink it. I can already feel it. Red, blue, yellow. I don't know. I guess we're just gonna have to brute force this one. Or we'll just get stupidly lucky. So green, blue, red. Green, blue, red. I don't know why that's the correct answer. I completely just got lucky there. I don't know what that is. We got a small key. Okay, that goes into the... I think a small key, if I remember correctly, goes into... Hey, sis, how's it going? Oh, this is a dead end. That's really bad, actually. I mean, I would like to know how I was supposed to solve that puzzle, but it's now the second puzzle that I've solved. I think with just dumb luck. The first one I kind of thought about. I think I remember vaguely what it was. Oh, no, because... Nope, I still don't know how I got that first one right either. This is a small key, right? Very small. No, it's not this one. A small key. Maybe one of the chests? I know one of the chests mentioned a tiny key. Luminary wheels are painted with watercolors. There's a crest. Stone. With my time and moth. I'm curious on where this fell, by the way. Collapsed, just as I worried. Yeah, I'm worried I'm confused about where that collapsed to. That one's open. We did that puzzle. We did this puzzle. Well, it's not a puzzle. We just broke the wall with a hammer. Right, egg. 4. Jump down and find out. That is not an option. Inside. I mean, that's where the crest goes, but we can't put the crest back, so we're gonna have to use the crest for something else at some point. Dolls. The hat. Still confused on why this says it's made of fine wood. I'm wondering if maybe part of what happened to us is we're seeing these fine woods and dolls and stuff, but in reality these are actually all bodies. But our brain is kind of downplaying it as this must be the collapse that stopped me from using the stairs before. Like our brain is switching it out for our own safety to make it a wood stuff. What is it? A kind of wheelbarrow, sacks of cement. It's not a wheelbarrow. It's a dolly. That's actually a very different thing. Wheelbarrows and dollies aren't the same thing. I'm surprised he doesn't know that. I still don't think we even have the correct answer for the dance room, which we haven't been to yet. Which means that the log you cut in half means you did it knowingly. Well, it's going to look that way when we're explaining it to the police, yeah. Remember, we're telling this story of what happened to us to the police who found us passed out on this island. So when we tell this story and he tries to put it all together, it's going to sound like we did a lot of weird stuff. There's a tiny keyhole. Not a small keyhole, a tiny keyhole. Oh, okay. This actually counts for the tiny keyhole. Thank God I tried. GD. Oh God, you gotta be kidding me. Okay, I'm gonna have to write that down. GDF. Oh my God. I think you may be a murder. I mean, that could be what it turns out to be. EDF. GDF. Or is that a C? DCC. CC. One more time. No, that's a G at the beginning, I think. If it's not a G, it's a C. Or a C. I'll make that note also. Okay, cool. Well, at least that solves that problem. Oh, hi. It's a Jack-in-the-Box. Oh, that's the funny toy in the hat was a Jack-in-the-Box in that other room. Weird that he doesn't know what a Jack-in-the-Box is, but okay. So, GD. F. D. CC. Oh, it worked. Also, someone's calling me. I'm not answering that right now. I'm busy. Thank you, though. Wait, was that a noise coming from across the room? Probably. Ah. A White Knight chess piece. Okay. I mean, that's fantastic, but I don't know where we were missing chess pieces. Chess pieces. Because this was just these weird fish things, right? There's anything else to do with the board and figures. Okay, right. Porcelain with a chess pieces. Item armor, a soldier from a previous decade. I don't even remember anything about chess pieces. Oh, blocked from the other side. Okay. Locked beside the hills. Oh, here's one of these. This would explain it. We haven't been here yet. Oh. And this whole place looks like a winter garden. The humidity here must have helped the plants stay alive in spite of the neglect to their care. Oh, ghost. We saw a ghost. Okay, we unlocked that door. A handsaw. A handsaw. A handsaw. Oh, for this? Nope. None of this other stuff will work for that either, right? Okay. How does your equilibrium feel? I mean, he seems to be fine. He was kind of shaky on that ledge, but I think that had more to do with the wind. Just gonna check all these keys. Nothing. Okay. Oh yeah, what about this? I don't think we know anything about this yet. His eyes look very dilated though, I'll tell you that much. Eyes look mega dilated. But then again, he does have giant anime eyes, so it's kind of hard to say for sure. Okay, so that's nothing. Or are you asking about me specifically? What do I need a handsaw for? Oh, is there more back here? Oh, no, that's the end. Sign of head trauma, which the nurse did not check for. Yeah. Oh, so that's where the kitchen probably leads out to this little garden area. What the heck do I need a handsaw for? I mean, I prefer to have it than not, but what am I supposed to do with a handsaw? Like, oh, am I supposed to saw those the mannequin bodies in half? Where was that at? Was that with the puppet? Like where we did the puppet song? Is that why it talks about being made of fine wood? Is because we have to go and hacksaw it? Saw your hands? No. Why would we saw our hands? We're still in the process of using our hands. Ah, yes, yes. Okay, the mannequin's head was hollow inside. Weird. Why do we need to saw the body to figure that out? It's hollow inside. Because it's a handsaw. No. Oh my god, it exploded. What the blood? Okay. Yeah, we are definitely killing our friends. Oh, Black Bishop chess piece. Okay. I still don't know what I need chess pieces for. What do I need the chess pieces for? What are they for? Okay, there's a save point there. I have a really bad feeling, yeah, we've been killing our friends who've been, or whose bodies have been stashed in things. I don't know what else I'm missing here, though. Time is it? 5:46. We only got about 15 minutes left. Junk everywhere. Everything is useless to me. So what's inside of here? I guess the place must have been some kind of puppets. So we figured out what to do with the handsaw, kind of. So the other puzzles we have are... There's the clock. We still have this stupid bathroom thing that we did. We don't know why we did it. Be professional. Finish your presentation? My presentation? My presentation on what? The station is moving. The artist captured the nature of such pain in a powerful way.
Get back to work, you slacker.
Get back to work, slacker. What are you talking about? I'm actively trying to solve this puzzle. Look, our murder sister's right over there. Be professional. Finish your presentation of the module. Oh, I'm not done. I'm just, you know, we still got 10 minutes. Wait. Oh, this one talked about a circle. Oval-shaped hole. I don't think I have an oval shape, unless they want the bucket. Are you saying you want me to play through this whole thing tonight? But that's not, there's definitely no way that's going to happen. If for another reason, I do have to work in the morning. Oh yeah, here's the eyeball. I don't even want that. Here's the clock, though. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. Yes, that. Either run the rest of the module in 12 minutes. Comes a second to online people. No. I mean, if I... You know, if I became independently wealthy, sure. Mannequins. Looks so real. Oh, 5. Yeah, it would have been 5 instead of 4. Wood? No? Nothing? I don't know where these chess pieces go either. Double check this. Nothing. Okay. Somebody else on the internet told you to do it? Oh, I'm sure he'd appreciate that. No, we just got a new boss at Fry's. He's a pretty cool dude. He's at least attempting to make people do their jobs, as opposed to the last couple bosses we have who have not cared at all. So the work with getting done over there was very subpar at best. Dismember a doll. It makes me feel unwell. Engines on the shelves, not much else. I don't know. I mean, if I knew what I was doing, I would definitely try to speedrun it, but I have absolutely no idea what I need to be doing next. Because we need to do something with these chess pieces, but I don't know what that is. Half-finished bust sculpted in marble. With the name Aladard. The caption reads from my love, Viviette. Do I need to, like, saw this or something? No, okay. The kitchen reminds me I need a new wooden spoon. Mine was left soaking in the sink and has gone funny. Like it bent, or it's got like mold all over it, or funny how? Funny like a clown, or like ha-ha funny? Like it stands up and tells you jokes, but it doesn't want to go in a hot pan now? Like what's... different colored books. Are there horizontal scratches on the wall? Oh! Ah, okay. Well, that explains a couple of things. Junk inside the chest. A mess over here. Ordinary things, nothing of use. These squares... There are square-shaped holes on the board. Oh, is that what this is for? Wow, we need a lot more of them then. Our piece is still missing. Well, I mean... It's good to know where those go, but it also doesn't help us at all. Because we don't have any more of them. Funny is it began to swell and dried strangely. Oh, so it kind of warped. That makes sense. Yeah, don't soak wooden utensils. Nah. Wood does weird stuff if you soak it in water too long. More junk. There's dust. This doll's still here being weird. What else does it want me to hacksaw? Oh, there's Murder Sister. I can't see anything useful on the table. Do I need to, like, hacksaw this doll? No? Saw Murder Sister? I think we're trying to take her alive. I think. Locked. Besides the keyhole. Oh, here's another one of these. Okay, great. I swear I checked this door before. Yeah, I've been in here. I must have died and not saved or something. Do I need to just activate all of them? I assumed that since they're in a clock formation, that I needed to do them, like, at a certain time. Hands, but it grips it too tight, I can't get it to release. Can I just take it by force? Of course not. Have anything indicating time though, unless it's something like because this is the only one that's matching his hand's position. And this one? No. Unless maybe I'm supposed to do it. Wait, do any of them line up perfectly? Oh, maybe. Hold on. Okay, so this would be 12, and then this one in order of the time they represent. Yeah, that's what I'm doing now. So then this one. And then this one, and then this one, and this one, this one, and then this one. Nope. Unless I messed it up. That one, and then that one, and that one, that one, that one, that one, and then that one. 12 again? No? That doesn't seem to have done it. Let me leave the room, see if it resets, and see what it looks like. No, they leave these on. Axe. thought maybe it started from 1. Oh. I mean, maybe, but no. No, I'm assuming then what we're going to have to do is we're either going to need to find a picture that has some people with swords, which I don't think we've come across just yet, and match them to the poses of these guys, or we're going to have to figure out some kind of time puzzle, and that will tell us which ones of these to activate in what order. That's 2 clock puzzles, though, we currently have going that we do not have a time, like, any clues for. Let's see, 557. I don't remember any paintings with clocks. Most of the paintings have been super vague, though. So it'd be really hard to tell what time they're trying to tell you, unless it was stupidly obvious. Unfortunately, we haven't had anything like that. I don't think I've been in here in a minute. Nothing to worry about, huh? Loaded with junk, nothing to use. I can't get back over here. I'm gonna collapse here. I better not stay too long. Because there's this the family picture or whatever thing over there. This is the doll. We used this before. Made of lead. Seen them again, and this is just someone talking about the kids. Wooden toys. I just wanted a tricycle growing up. What was the other clock puzzle? Back in the dining room where we woke up after we fell through the floor, there was a clock in that room that you could change the hands on. And we had no indication of what we needed to change the hands to either. I think it was this room. Yeah, this room. Clock hands are still easily move. So yeah, I don't know. Nothing happened. I thought maybe if I matched it up with the one that's showing on the like exterior photo. Yeah, nothing happened. So we have this one, and I already tried matching the time that was the default setting on that with the nights, and that didn't work earlier, so. Painting. Playing when we were younger. Like, I can't really make out whose arm is where to, like, see if that's a translation or something. There's just nothing here for time stuff. And other than that, I really legitimately am not sure. Okay, we did this puzzle. There's the cat we can't interact with anymore. A list of Roman numerals already? Any link? Not that I'm aware of. Creature of the sea, a whole assortment of diverse species, and Roman numerals are painted with watercolors. I thought maybe it had something to do with some of that stuff we did earlier with the nautical themed board, but no, that was something else. I don't know what this has to do with anything yet. We haven't used it for anything yet, so unless I need to do something like some other interaction with it, so far it has no use. It's the run food. I don't know. locked. The keyhole is very small. I can't use any of my keys I have for that on that. Apparently dead end remains. How long have they been here? I prefer not to look. This bag is actively bleeding, which is a bad sign. Oh, hi. Ah! I think she was just waiting for us out there. That's not cool, yo. Ah. Oh, she's still following us. Wait, is this something? No. So, but I don't know what else do we need to do with the handsaw. Blocked from the other side. So we haven't been able to get in there. Oh, that's that room. So once we have the ability to get rid of this, because I've tried a bunch of different stuff. Can't do anything with that yet. Did the well, we did the wood cutting room, we did one of the 2 graveyards. Go to the list of Roman numerals? Okay. Something looks off to you and you want to check. Alright. Oh. Ah! Ah, I didn't realize you were in here. Ah. What? Okay. I don't know. I mean, the limb numbers to the number of the that's painted next to him don't add up. I would like to check it. I see it? Okay. That is your answer? Oh, okay. Hmm. Oh. 9. Oh, the numbers aren't in proper order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 11. 8, 9, 10, 7, and 12. I wasn't really paying that attention to what the actual numbers were written on here. Six, 11. So 7 and 11? You're thinking that's what it ties into? Is 7 and 11? Those are the ones that are flip-flopped? Oh, murder sister. Gotcha. I'd like to discuss my Christmas bonus at some point. I mean, all right. 7. Oh, I get it, because these are the same kind of numerals. Right. So 7 and 11? or 11. Hold on. So we'll do 7 and then 11. Okay, it was 7 and 11. Is that a click? I think an inner mechanism turned. There we go. Well, thank you. It's another... Well, we need that, but that's not helping in the moment. But thank you. That was perfect. One time I remember seeing Roman numerals. Yeah. Good work. Good work. Large around a mirror, nothing seems to hear but my own sullen reflection. You sure? 7-Eleven convenience store, open 7 days a week, 11 hours a day. Oh, hi sis, how's it going? Hi. I'm gonna run away. Okay, so we haven't figured out the bathroom puzzle yet. What's that horrible smell? Thick red liquid. Oh, I can get another bucket of this. With red mud. Chest pieces. For your convenience. No. It's a very silly puzzle. Filled with the disgusting red stuff that I brought from earlier. See, I tried this earlier to grab another bucket full and it wouldn't let me. I thought it was going to be some other solution. Like, I literally went back in here and tried to grab another bucket's worth and it didn't work. I must have misclicked something. Bucket of red. Okay, it's completely emptied now. Why did I do this? Why do I need red stuff? Why am I... Oh, it's a ghost. Why did that? White rook chess piece. Okay. We need one more chess piece. It's got to have something to do with that knight, I guess. The rest of armor. I started was a less violent era and never had to wear one. So that's down. Let me see something. I think all the chess... That's also down. The rest of these have spears. Yeah, the rest of these aren't all have spears. So the two that we do have are both down. So that... We already did this room a few times now. Less violent, he says, in the murder house with a murder sister. Yeah. To be fair, it's ghosts, right? We're gonna blame it on ghosts. Okay, so this is the one that had stuff to do with... Okay, that's the one that has to do with the other board, which we already taken care of. Oh, hi! Didn't see you in the shadows, lurking in the shadow over there. Luckily, she gets caught on things very easily, so... She did show a way that she was behind one of these metal grates before. So I'm curious if we were meant to go back there somehow. Okay, we did the puzzle in this room. Oh! What? This is the one that's locked with the vines. We did this already. The emblem fits in this hole on the pedestal. I mean, is putting it back gonna do something? I guess I'll just leave it there. This is where we put it originally to get like the first key. All right, well, it's 6:15. It's about the right time to call it. Got this done. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Almost lost my hat. All right. Well, all non-save progress will be lost. Are you sure? Yes. Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if it was going to just cut out or what. Extras. Beat the adventure. Oh, there's achievements. Okay, beat the adventure in hard mode, beat the adventure in less than 1 hour, beat the adventure without dying even once, go get the good ending, and find and read all the documents. So there is an alternate ending in this, apparently. Some good gravity-related disasters. Very well adventured. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, that was the only thing that's killed us so far, is that one section. Everything else has been something that we could overcome. But yeah, so that was pretty fun. If I'm doing the 24-hour stream, obviously that's not going to work for next week. We'll be doing something else for the 24 hours, of course, but... Oh, that's what she's talking about. Okay. But yeah, so let's see. Scheduling. I gotta take a quick selfie here. Now that's gonna break immersion, I think. Let's see. Oh, here, we can just take it super close so you can't even tell. So this is basically how I was wearing the hat, everybody. I'll take that picture and put that over in the Discord. But I was wearing the hat all the whole time. Abe, right? So you have one vote for Abe. You want to see me play Abe's Odyssey? I mean, I guess I can give that a shot. Is that what it's going to be? Is it just 24 hours of me playing random things shouted out by the board members? Is that what we're doing now? Man, I was really sad about Blasphemous. We'll have to finish that up on Monday. Yeah, so schedule-wise, let's see. So schedule-wise, tomorrow we'll have more of Chicken Police, and that'll be at 3 p.m. Monday, we're going to probably do a special stream. I'm going to say probably around 3 p.m. so we can try to finish up Blasphemous. Since I currently can't get the good ending, I guess I'll just go in and fight the final boss and get the basic ending, which makes me very, very sad. And then Tuesday, 3 p.m. or Tuesday 4 p.m. What did I decide on? I don't remember. Oh, it's Medal of Honor, Allied Assault. For Action Tuesday, since we finished up Lara Croft, it'll be yeah, Tomb Raider, or since we finished up Tomb Raider, it's going to be Medal of Honor, Allied Assault. Then let's see. Wednesday, I don't think we have anything planned. And then Thursday, we're going to be doing Age of Decadence earlier in the morning, probably around 10-ish, so that I can get a stream in before Thanksgiving events. And then Friday, if we can figure out what we want me to do, I will be doing a 24-hour stream, probably starting around 5 to 6 p.m. Friday evening. I'm trying to think. But yeah, that'll probably be it for Friday and Saturday. If we do the 24-hour stream, obviously we won't have this next week. And then next Sunday, we would still have Chicken Police at 3 p.m. Oh, actually, we'll bump it up to 2. We'll bump it up to 2 for Chicken Police. So... okay, hold on. A friend of mine is having a small disaster. Adios. Thanks for stopping by. Sleep well. I hope you had a little bit of fun today. At Streamlabs, yeah. Always Streamlabs hanging about. What is this? Oh, this is just her requesting. Oh, this is the received? Oh. Sorry, someone is having a small financial emergency, so pay. Oh. We'll just send it right back. Bank fee stuff. They overdrew their account, and they're trying to avoid some fees, so I'm trying to help them. Always me trying to help people. But Ika, thank you also for stopping by. I mean, after besides the scheduling stuff, we've got, of course, the YouTube repository, Raven Hillbrook Inc. Links for that are in chat on the info page. Hillbrook is one word, INC. Everything I take gets lightly edited and put up there. We have the Discord. Links for that are in chat on the info page. Stop by, say hello. A couple of different things. If you have a recommendation, we have a section for that. Go over there and recommend something. We'd love to see it. Same with art and stuff. Then, of course, the Twitter at Hillbrook Inc. Again, Hillbrook is one word, INC. Schedule reminders, updates if there are changes, and notes from management at the board periodically. Yeah, I think that's about it. If you need a well thought out solution, you need a thinking solution. Raven Hillbrook Inc. Thinking Solutions. Ika, thank you again. I started on out. Thank you again. Any of the lurkers, thank you all so much. It's greatly appreciated. I'm gonna do some social media stuff, and then that'll be it for me. I hope to see y'all back tomorrow for Chicken Police. 2 p.m. 2 p.m. on Chicken Police. I forgot they moved my work schedule forward. So 2 p.m. tomorrow for Chicken Police. But yeah, that'll be it. Yeah. Bye.